If you're looking to build that God Squad to get the leg up on your competition, check out my new sponsor, MutCoins Express, on Twitter to get the fastest and cheapest MUT coins available. Use code WIZARD to get 10% off your order. How's it going, everyone? Wizard of Waz here, bringing you into the Madden 20 video, and today we're going to be continuing our series of the best of in Madden 20. Today we're going to be covering the running backs, which is a highly requested position. Obviously, running backs are very important. Honestly, this was a pretty easy one for me. I think it's pretty cut and dry who the top guys are. Of course, you could kind of argue who's, like, you know, the top 5 or so, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. But it's pretty cut and dry in my opinion. Of course, we're doing this without golden tickets, so we're not going to include them. But as always, guys, let me know what you think of my list down below in the comments. If I left anyone out, I'm going to do a few honorable mentions to try and catch some of these guys that were just out of the top 10, but you know, not everyone can make it, so these are my top 10. Before we get into the video though, I'm really excited to announce that me and a lot of other content creators are creating a group called Inner Circle Gaming. I'm going to leave the link down below in the description, so go check that out. It's just going to be a conglomeration of a lot of content creators and everything. Our goal is to help out the Madden community going forward, so we're going to be hitting it really hard in Madden 21. But if you are interested in being a part of that going forward, you can either DM me or DM the account that's linked below. We are really excited what we have going forward, so I hope you guys can be a part of it. So guys, like I said, we are going to start out with just 2 honorable mentions really quick. Don't want to spend too much time on them. It's going to be Todd Gurley as the first one here. His 97 overall. He's got 94 speed, 94 excel. Again, all of these can be put into a power up and boosted up one. Very good card. Honestly, Todd Gurley, his stats don't ever jump off the page, but he plays really well, gets really good animations. It's one of those cards that plays a little bit higher than his stats. And then our other honorable mention is going to be Christian McCaffrey, 93 speed, 95 excel. Again, not a lot of stats that jump off the page. His 99 agility is very good. But if we actually go on down here to his catching, 87 is very good for a running back. One of his biggest strengths is out of the backfield. So if you need someone out of the backfield, Christian McCaffrey is a good one to have. In that same vein of a receiving back, this is one that I can't actually get the fullest card and image of because he is actually a nat that you get from completing Journey 4, but it's David Johnson. Again, very good running back overall. Don't know if it's really worth your time grinding out the journey, but unless you're trying to get that golden ticket, then you're going to get him anyway. But he's a very good running back out of the backfield. He's just over Christian McCaffrey in my opinion. He's just a little bit of a better running back all around, but either Christian McCaffrey or David Johnson are both going to be solid options out of the backfield for you, but David Johnson comes in at number 10. Coming in at number 9 is going to be the human tank, Derrick Henry. Now, I remember in Madden, I think 17, a couple years ago, I got this card and it was maybe a 91 overall at the time, but it was probably the glitchiest card that I've ever played with for being only a 91 overall. It was the most feared, but he would just run people over. Haven't had a Derrick Henry card quite like that, but this one comes pretty close. Of course, a power runner, not going to fumble the ball. He just runs people over. His biggest issue is that he doesn't have that top end speed, of course, but you really don't need it because he's going to be stiff arm people and chucking people. I mean, he's a man amongst boys on the football field. Honestly, his card is just really, really good. It only comes in at number 9 because of that lack of breakaway speed. Coming in at number 8 is Jim Brown, who's very similar to Derrick Henry. Again, one of those power backs that's just going to run people over. Really good in between the tackles. People aren't going to bring him down easily, but he does lack that breakaway speed and acceleration that you would want when you get out in the open field. And then, of course, his elusiveness is a little bit low for juking and things like that, but that's not really what you should be using him for. You're going to be using him to run people over, going in between the tackles. At number 7, we have Saquon Barkley, who at the time when he came out with Theme Builders 2, he was probably the best running back in the game, and he is still a very solid option. I have him on my team fully powered up. Very, very good card. Very quick, pretty solid out of the backfield with 80 catching, but he gets pretty much everything you would want except for human joystick, which is what sets him back a little bit further than some of the other elusive backs that are a little bit higher, but still very good card. He has pretty solid speed. You can boost it up to a 96 with a power up and then get it up to 99 with chemistries, but very good card overall. He gets evasive, again, very solid out of the backfield, so good third down back. Coming in at number 6 and just outside of the top 5 is Barry Sanders, and he does get human joystick, so he's very similar to Saquon Barkley, but he does get human joystick, which helps a lot. Catching isn't quite as good. He's not going to run anybody over. You're going to have to run around them or juke around them or whatever, but he is very, very quick, very fast. One of his big issues is that he does fumble a good bit, but if you're really good at using human joystick, hopefully you can avoid those bone-crushing tackles anyway. Regardless, he is a very, very good running back to have on the team. He is a pain to go up against, and he comes in at number 6. Before we get into the top 5, if you are enjoying the list, drop a like and subscribe. If you don't like it, then dislike it. Let me know down in the comments below where you disagree, but let's go ahead and continue on into our top 5. Coming in at number 5 is Emmitt Smith, and of course, if we go look at his stats, again, these can be boosted up +1 overall with power, but 94 speed, 94 excel, 96 agility, 98 carry. This guy does not fumble the ball very much at all. Very good running back. And he's also one of the NFL 100 guys, so he gets that automatic X factor, which is very nice. Running backs are probably the best ones to have it with the NFL 100 because they can potentially have it the whole game with the exception of one of them, which we will cover later. But they're very, very good to have that NFL 100 X factor on your running backs. At number 4 is someone who just got included in the Power Up expansion, so he was not on this list until Tuesday when they did the Power Up expansion. That's Amon Green. So he has another power back, but he actually gets really, really good speed. He is up there with the fastest guys in the game as a power back, and he just runs people over. Again, like some of those stronger backs, he runs people over, he trucks, gets those tough yards. The issue with a power type running back, and this is all of them, not just Amon Green, is that they do get tired a little more quickly, so that is a bummer with them. But that makes sense because they do have to be nerfed a little bit with their such a good combination of power and speed. But Amon Green is going to get you those really hard-earned yards. He just doesn't have the elusiveness that you might want to get around people and juke around. But again, with this guy, you're really going to want to be running people over anyway. We're now getting into the top 3, and number 3 is going to be another Power Up expansion player, and that's Edgerrin James. Very, very good. Again, elusive back. He is an incredible combination of power and speed. His speed could be a tad bit higher, so he's not the fastest running back in the game, but he gets the job done. You can boost up to a 97 with chemistries. That's pretty solid. This is probably one that a lot of people won't even have in their top 5. I think he's a very, very underrated back. If you've ever played against him, he is very tough to bring down and gets a lot of hard-fought yards. Just a really great back. He's elusive archetype, so he doesn't get tired as quickly, but he plays like a power back a lot of the times. I think he's very underrated and very deserving of this number 3 spot. Coming in at number 2, and he was nearly number 1, is Walter Payton. Of course, he's one of the best running backs in the game. You can get his speed up to 99, no problem. 97 excel, 98 agility. He gets everything you could want. He gets human joystick. The only back that might be better than him in terms of just statistics when he gets an upgrade is Bo Jackson. Of course, this list will probably change whenever Bo Jackson gets a card. He'll be at the top of the list, but at the time of recording, he is not out yet. His only weakness is that he's not phenomenal out of the backfield, but he's definitely good enough to get the job done. Walter Payton all around is going to be your best running back in the game. But guys, you hate to see it. Coming in at number 1, this really shouldn't be that big of a surprise. It's going to be Eric Dickerson. A lot of people hate this card for very good reason. When his NFL 100 card came out, if you weren't playing at the time, it got freight trained for the entire game. And he just broke tackles. It was so hard to get rid of this guy's X Factor. Now, they nerfed it. He only gets it for 5 plays, but even without that X Factor, he's a phenomenal running back. Only a 97 overall. Looking at his stats, 95 speed, 94 excel, 94 agility. Really nothing crazy that jumps off the page. Obviously, a very good running back. But guys, he's such a glitchy card. If you use him, people hate you because he's that good. It's kind of ridiculous how good this card is. His stats aren't that good. He is the epitome of playing above his stats. He's the best running back in the game, in my opinion. I don't use him anymore. I did when he first came out, and I realized that everybody hated him, so I stopped using him. He is the best running back in the game. Love him or hate him. You really can't deny it because he gets the craziest animations, the craziest broken tackles. He's very fast. He's the complete package. Yes, Walter Payton has better stats overall, but regardless, Eric Dickerson is still just the best running back in my opinion. Every time I'm going up against him, it sucks, and he's just a phenomenal running back, and everybody hates him because of it. So anyway, guys, that is my list of the top running backs in Madden 20. Let me know what you think of my list down below. Again, this could change a little bit if we get more Power Up expansions for Ultimate Legends in the future, like Bo Jackson, but at the time of recording, this is the top 10, so let me know what you think down below. If you enjoyed the list, leave a like. If you didn't like it, dislike it. Subscribe if you do enjoy my channel. We're going to be having a lot more stuff going forward into Madden 21. We're going to be recapping a lot of Madden 20 for now. We are going to be doing a very big giveaway this weekend for the Inner Circle that I was mentioning at the beginning of the video, so make sure you tune in to my Twitch stream and everyone else's Twitch stream. They're all on the Inner Circle. There's a list of them, so you're going to want to tune into those. We're going to be giving away a lot of players for PS4 and Xbox. A lot of us are really breaking down our team, me included, so we'll be giving away a ton of big players. You're going to want to tune into that this weekend. It's going to be Sunday. We're going to be doing a lot of different streamers. It's going to be a long event, so make sure you're tuning in for that. All right, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I will see y'all in the next one.